Welcome! Have you ever gotten stuck trying to describe someone and all you can think of is nice or tall? Well, we're going to fix that. In this explainer, we'll go way beyond the basics to help you describe people in a way that's rich, detailed, and sounds totally natural. By the end, you'll have a clear framework you can use every single time.
Okay, let's dive right in with the two most important questions you can ask. Now, they seem really similar, but trust me, they're worlds apart. What is she like? That's all about her personality, her character, what's on the inside. But what does she look like? That's purely about her appearance, the outside. Getting this difference is absolutely the first step to a great description.
So let's start with the inside, with the person's character and personality. I want you to think of this as the foundation. It's the first and, honestly, the most important building block of our description.
Now, here is the secret sauce to making your description come alive. You've got to show me, not just tell me. Anyone can say a person is funny, right? But if you give me a little example, a mini story that proves it, well, that's what makes me actually believe it.
Okay, let's take a great word like tolerant. The definition is fine. It means you can accept people and ideas that are different from yours. But just saying the word or the definition, it's a little bit dry, isn't it?
See? Now that's what I'm talking about. This super simple, relatable little story just brings the word tolerant to life. It makes it so much clearer and more memorable than any dictionary definition. This is showing, not telling, in action.
All right, let's try another powerful word, honest. We all know what it means, being truthful, not cheating, but how do we make a description using this word feel really powerful?
And boom, there's the proof. This little story paints such a clear picture. You're not just saying Craig is an honest guy. You're telling a story that proves it. That's what makes people really listen.
So, here are a few more fantastic words you can add to your toolkit. Words like reliable, for someone you can always count on, or cheerful, that person who's always smiling. Just remember the golden rule. Try to pair them with a small example whenever you can.
All right, we've got our first building block down. Now let's move on to the second piece of the puzzle and build a more complete picture. We're talking about the outside now, describing what a person actually looks like.
Now, to keep from getting lost in all the details, it's a really good idea to have a simple structure. I suggest you always start with the person's general size, their height, and their build. It just gives your listener a quick overall impression to start with.
And the great thing is, you can easily combine these to be way more precise. So instead of just saying, he's tall, you could say, he's tall and well-built, which paints a picture of someone strong. Or, she is medium height and slim. It's so simple, but it's really effective.
Hair is a fantastic detail to add next. Come on, it's one of the first things we notice about people, right? And there are so many easy ways to describe it.
Here's a little pro tip to make you sound super natural. Describe hair in a specific order. First length, then style, and then color. For example, she has long, curly red hair. Or maybe he has short, straight brown hair. See how that flows? Following that order just makes your description sound really organized and natural.
Okay, we've got the basics down for personality and appearance. But people are complicated. So now it's time to add some depth and realism. Because let's be honest, nobody is perfect.
This is where things get really interesting. A lot of positive traits have a kind of negative opposite, or maybe a version that just goes a little too far. For instance, being self-confident is great, but being arrogant means you think you're better than everyone. Knowing these little differences makes your descriptions so much more precise.
So how do we talk about someone's flaws without sounding, well, mean? This is key. We use what's called softening language. Phrases like a little, a bit, or can be sometimes. It just shows you're giving a balanced, fair view, and you're not just being critical.
All right, the moment of truth. We've gathered all of our building blocks. We have personality, we have appearance, and we have that little bit of nuance. So now, let's put it all together into one complete, balanced, and really impressive description.
And don't worry, you don't have to guess how to do it. Here's a super simple 4-step formula you can follow every single time. Think of it like a roadmap that makes sure your description is structured, detailed, and really easy for anyone to follow.
And here's what it looks like when it all comes together. Just look at how this follows the formula perfectly. Step 1, appearance first. Then Step 2, a positive trait. Step 3, a softened flaw. And finally, Step 4, the relationship. The result, a description that feels detailed, balanced, and sounds completely natural.
And that's really your big takeaway. This isn't just about describing other people.
It's about understanding this incredibly rich language we use to see each other, our friends, our family, and yeah, even ourselves. So I'll leave you with this. What words would tell your story?